So the presentation is focusing on leveraging customer data for your business growth. It is more general, so you don't need to, for most of the cases that I'm going to present, you don't need to have our solution. You can also perform the same analytics with even competing solutions or alternative solutions to our solution. It's aimed to be more educative rather than sales. Um, um, and in general, the motivation of the presentation and the motivation of our entire business is around the question whether physical retail is dead or not. We get this question, and I'm sure that everybody's getting this question that has to do with physical retail often. And the answer that, at least from our side, we give is not, but it needs to become smarter. This is why Amazon and why Apple are very successful on the physical world. Apple have, both of them, they have managed to establish their brands, and Apple has increased their revenue generation through their physical retail. And I can answer this question why, if it's not obvious, through an example from e-commerce. So if you have an e-commerce business, you probably use some kind of a website or an application in order to sell your products. And then if you use Google Analytics, you can obtain information such as how many times your website appears on Google search, how many clicks your website gets, how often people come back to the site, which pages in your website from which pages the people are coming from, and to which pages in your website people are visiting the most. This is great insight if you want to find your target market, if you want to build a better marketing plan, and to distribute your marketing budget better. On the other hand, if you have a bricks and spaces business, then you probably own some physical building, some physical store or some shopping center. And regarding the data is a question. And in general, very limited data. All of our customers either don't know even how to leverage their existing data, or they have no data or limited data to do their business. And this is what this presentation is focusing on. Allow me for a small advertisement. We already are working with many leaders on different industries, such as the public transportation and transportation industry. We are working with Subway of Munich, a railway company of Germany, bus companies in Munich and Athens, and public transportation of Dubai. We work with airports such as Changi Airport in Singapore, Glasgow Airport in UK, San Diego Airport in the US, and various shopping centers, EC, DECA, HBB, and BHC. They are all companies that own hundreds of shopping centers together. Praktiker, IKEA, and Atlantis de Palm in Dubai. And as you see, we have three different market segments because, but with all the three, we do similar things. In airport, we are mostly focusing on queue management and dwell time, but don't forget that an airport is also a big shopping center. There are many stores inside an airport. With public transportation, we do route optimization so that you can always have the best intervals between different train or buses and best size. We do telematics, so you know where your fleet is always and how many people are inside. And don't forget also major railway stations. They also have a big retail, a big shopping center inside. And on the retail, we help them to monitor their performance and to increase customer engagement. And a very big part of what we're doing is also focusing on data analytics. As you see, my presentation is going to be also focusing on retail data analytics. And I'm going to present you through different levels on how to obtain the best data analytics in our opinion, starting from the first level, which is the sales. Sales data. Sales data everybody should have. You can obtain sales data through your POS system. You can obtain sales data through Apple Pay or Google Pay, CRM or ERP tools. And the information that you can obtain here is your revenue, how much income you have, when you have this income, the days even, and the purchase products. This is all data, and this should be more or less available to everybody. We see many of our customers that they don't use this data. Please use this data. If you don't know how, please reach to us. We can also help you to use this data. Our solution can easily integrate those data, but you don't need to use our solution even at this level. Value that you can add thanks to this data. It is, first of all, you can quantify the basket size. You can obtain better pricing strategy. You can have reason on the best size of the basket, so that you know how many products you can upsell or cross-sell. And you can even predict a crisis by just monitoring the data before it even happens. In the next level, we have customer counting data. Here you can obtain this data usually by cameras. Most common product, at least here in Germany, but I think probably is everywhere similar. You have cameras over your entrance, and they count how many people are coming inside your store or inside a shopping center or airport, etc. You can obtain the same data through wireless networks or through proprietary sensors. For example, Disneyland, they give bracelets to their people that they can wear and walk around. We also have a solution for obtaining this data. I will discuss it also towards the end of my presentation, and you can reach me also if you need more details. In this solutions, what they provide is how many people are coming to your infrastructure, how long, when they come, if you have multiple stores, in which store they go, and you can also identify trends here. You don't have sales data, but you can always integrate with the previous level. And the added value here is, first of all, you can do better scheduling for your employees. You can add employees when you know that you need more, and you know when you need more when the moment that you see that the customers that coming to your stores are increasing, but the sales are not equally increasing. This means probably that your staff, you are understaffed, so you need to occupy more people these hours. You can set goals for your staff and hopefully reach them. And you can also better quantify now your marketing campaigns. It happens very often we know this through discussions, that you do a very good marketing campaign. You have people going to your store or to your infrastructure, to your building, but they don't purchase. And you think that your marketing campaign was not as good, when in reality, your product probably is not good, or your pricing. You can measure your store conversion, and by store conversion I mean the number of people that they buy from your store versus the number of people that they visit your store. You can also be compliant now to COVID-19 social distancing measures. You see often these screens that you have outside your store, and they say how many people are allowed to go, and they count, and whether, depending on the density inside the store, they have a stop or go sign. In the next layer, we have customer loyalty. And current existing solutions for customer loyalty is payback. At least it's very popular here in Europe. You have loyalty cards, and you have an app. Everybody has its own app today. We also have a solution which is passive. All of these solutions are active. They need your customers to interact. When we don't, so we are not really a competing solution to those solutions. We can help you to quantify those solutions. So if you want to find how well your loyalty program goes, you can use our solution to quantify it. And this loyalty can increase your customer satisfaction. It can increase your brand awareness. It can give you more fine-grained data now for doing reasoning, and it can help you to quantify the quality of your product. And it is mostly focusing on customer satisfaction. And why it is important? Because a loyal customer will introduce you to other customers. They will continue buying from you, and they will not search for alternative solutions. Instead, it is easier to upsell to a loyal customer or cross-sell to a loyal customer because they are trusting you more. And in general, they consume more. They consume up to 6% more. In the next level for data that you can obtain is customer tracking and profiling. Existing solutions are GPS solutions. You can buy this data. There are SDKs integrated into existing applications that can sell you this data. Unfortunately, from our findings are that they are not that good. Usually 1 out of 1,000 people, they include 1 out of 1,000 people that they visit your infrastructure. You can also use your Wi-Fi to obtain. Cisco has a great product here, is Cisco CMX, but unfortunately people have to be connected there. We have seen less than 20%, sometimes less than 5% of the people will be connected on your Wi-Fi. Cameras, again, they can be used for tracking, but they are also very expensive. For 600 square meters, it is about 600 square meters, is about 500,000 euro, only the upfront costs to obtain. And we have also a solution that can help you on this level. All of these solutions, they can be very inaccurate. For example, the GPS, usually they don't have the floor and they are many meters off. It can be a different store where the customer is located, or they require very high upfront investment, as I mentioned with the cameras. Our solution is absolutely passive. It doesn't need people to interact at all. Not installations. It doesn't require them to be connected on your network. And it is very accurate. It's 1.3 meter. It has 1.3 meters accuracy. Mark already mentioned we were on the top 3 on the 75th percentile, and we were in the top first on the 90th percentile on the interpositioning competition, and we had competed against Google and IBM. We were 3 times more accurate than Google's AR core, even though we don't use cameras for tracking. I will mention how we achieved this later. And at this level, information you can obtain is trajectories, how people are moving inside your building, how often, how long. You can also have duration here, and even which products the people are visiting the most and how long. And you can also have segments of customers. You can have groups of customers. So in general, obtain customer behavior or visitor profile. This is important because it is very much around the customer experience. And this is a quote that often I see that from Steve Jobs, who suggests that focus first on the customer experience and then build your product. And the same you can say for Apple stores. Focus on customer experience that they have into your store, and why not for every other store. So imagine if you could obtain information on how the people are moving inside a shopping center, if you own a shopping center, or how people are moving inside your store in case you are owning a store. And the added value here is first, now you can find the conversion of your brand because you know how many people are passing by your store, and then you know how many people are entering. So this is how well your brand is converting. You can know how well your products are performing because you can know which product is visiting the most, and you know which product is purchased the most. Hopefully these two should correspond to one-to-one. And you can know how often your staff are engaged with customers, and you can know how well you utilize your space. And of course, customer experience will guide to more sales. In the fifth level is the location-based marketing now. Here things can become really more serious and more professional. I would say here businesses can even obtain revenue for their services. You can target precise customers. You can have customers been joining into your CRM tool. So when you do marketing campaigns, you can do the marketing campaigns into your customers, not to a random people who just happen to live into your city. And you can have great insight so that you can do targeted advertisement. Here I can present our solution, and the added value is, first of all, you can identify anchor tenants or anchor products, depending if you own a shopping center or a store. And this is the anchor tenant. So we just help you plotting the data between against the number of customers that they are visiting stores inside your infrastructure, the area of the stores, and the duration of the people that they spend into these stores. So easily you can obtain two main clusters of your customers and two clusters of your stores. Sorry, which and easily you can identify what is your anchor stores. The anchor stores are the stores that they have at least an order of magnitude more customers. And this is the main reason why customers are visiting this infrastructure, this building. Here, for example, is a Rewe supermarket, which is a very popular supermarket here in Germany. This can help you to identify upselling locations. As I mentioned, most of the people will visit only one store into your building. So so our goal now is to push those people to visit more stores. If you manage to do this as efficient as possible, you can easily double your revenue. How you can do it? Once you identify your anchor store, then you can go to the store, for example, Rewe that I mentioned here, and then you can find in which other stores those customers are going, so you know where to market which store, and slowly you can have people going to the other stores and do the same from the other stores. So you can redirect the customers. You can push notifications to your customers. You can push advertisements also through our product, but you can also utilize your screens in your infrastructure. If you don't have screens, you should have. I think it's useful. And you can get customers doing acting. For example, you can push some discount voucher, and you can have people opting into your CRM tool, like I mentioned earlier, so that you can know whom to target when. Our product is a plug and play installation. I can help you at this point. It bypasses the macro optimization problem, which is a popular problem when you are recording signals from phones. It is accurate. We have benchmarked it again and again. It is 95% accurate. It has 95% accuracy on counting, on identifying the correct number of people. It doesn't double count like cameras do. So no matter how many times people go out and into your store, as long as they are the same person, they will be counted only once. It can help you to quantify the loyalty, as I already mentioned. It is 1.3 meters accurate, and we have an awesome anonymization approach on 3 levels. that can help you utilize your product also even here in Europe, even here in Germany where we are located. And our product can be a solution for all the entire vertical, the entire pyramid. How does it work? Inside the building, you have people, and people are carrying smart devices such as smartphones, and smartphones, they stream data. Our product is placed along the infrastructure, and it can capture those data, and with the help of and based on the delay of the signal, it can estimate the distance to the source. As a result, we can have an approximate location of the visitor, and with the help of the geometry and the topology of the building, we can obtain its exact position, and we can do the same to everyone else who visits the infrastructure. Our dashboard looks like the one in the video. So you can select the period of time that you want to see analytics, and you can know how many people visited your building, how long they stay, how many people visit every day, even every hour of the day, how which stores are visited the most, and for how long. You can do a 3D visualization so that you can find those anchor tenants that I mentioned earlier, or your anchor products. In case you have a retail business, you can find tenants that they need some help, so you have to consider into your next marketing campaign. And you can do also clusters of tenants. You can identify clusters of tenants. Here you can identify tenants that they outperform, so they make best use for their space. And here you can find how different stores or different areas are connected to each other. So you can limit based on the number of transitions between the different areas, so that you can find very strong transitions. Additionally, you can find how many people are visiting your place. You see, for example, in an entire week, we have so many people visiting only one store against all the rest. And you can have the same information on a map. So you can click and you can see where else the people who go into this store, they often go into different floors of your building. And of course, you have a heat map with the number of people that visited every store or every area inside the building. Why Ariadne? So we are a state-of-the-art technology developed at the Technical University of Munich. The integration with our data is easy both ways. Our data can be integrated to your existing solution, or data from existing solutions can be also integrated to our dashboard. We have a solution for almost all stages of the pyramid, as I mentioned, and you have the information in real time. Additionally, we are an SAP partner. So if you use SAP, you can have access to our data through your SAP dashboard. And if you are curious on our anonymization technology, you can visit the page. You can find it it's called Data Lifecycle in our website. So you can see how we anonymize the data and why we are GDPR compliant. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'm happy to answer any question. Thank you very much.